really is nobody to come save you. I'm really of the belief that people wear like fake smiles. Like I'm here working, right? And after a couple months, I'm realizing that the fact of the matter is that you're gonna have to wake up for Monday, right? And I went to a baby shower for my older sister. It was a boy, so congratulations to her. But while I was there, people were laughing, and obviously it's a happy time, and that's often, we're happy, we're vibing. But even when I was there, the fact of the matter is that I knew that this isn't like real almost. Does that make sense? Like, I'm gonna have to go back to work, to a place that I know I don't want to go, to a work that I don't want to, and I'm literally cutting off that little celebration. And I don't want to like bring it down, or like, because obviously it's a beautiful thing, but I couldn't help but think to myself how there are countless people that force themselves to come off as more cheery or happy than they are. I have a coworker here that's worked for 7 years, walking in and out that freaking door. 7 years. How many times do you think he stepped through those doors? And obviously you want to change the predicament you are in, but the truth of the matter is that 99% of people don't got that power. And it kind of hurts because I really, 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 really want to help, and I want to be the difference. I want to be able to change that outcome, to just be like, yo, take your time, bro. Take the time you need, because 7 years is crazy. But I'm in the same boat as them. I don't have the option to just stop what I'm doing right now because I'm working towards something that I don't even know is real. Like I'm literally working to. As I was saying, yeah, it's funny because like I feel myself getting closer to something, but it still feels like I'm just like, it's like throwing yourself at something and just hoping for the best pretty much. And it's crazy because now I have to put on the physical work of actually feeling that day after day, like waking up and being like, what am I even doing right now? Like, like there's just questions, and like, and the fact of the matter is that since coming to this job, I've been opened up to so much of what real life is. And obviously, it's like people have harder jobs, people do things, and respect to them for real, but the fact of the matter is that we've like somehow believed that this is just somehow the way things should be, like waking up every single day, working towards a job you don't even want, and not having the power to change it, and being like, yo, that's just it. And I was like, no, hell no. I'll be honest in saying that this is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, because I was pretty sheltered growing up, and I never really had to deal with pretty much anything. Everything was pretty much paid for me, and obviously I'm not well off in any way. My parents are, a little bit below the means. It's not really poor, but it's not really rich, you know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much been paid, and here I am fighting for a dream for myself, because I realized that my parents aren't going to do it for me this time. And I'm just like, this is literal insanity, because I'm here for doing something that I want, but most people are here because they don't even have a freaking choice. That is sickening. I don't care how people go about telling, how they want to go about coping, saying that this is just somehow normal. This should not be normal. And the fact of the matter is that I'm not going to stop trying until I get the freak out of here, because this reality, I'm starting to see it like more and more. I can feel myself starting to slip into that realm of getting comfortable-ish where I am, but I'm not. Like every day my brain is scratching itself and fighting itself as to wishing, don't freaking do this. And obviously find a job that you want, but I don't think it would change it with whatever I did. It's the fact of the matter that we have to keep fighting for money. Like that's the whole point of doing this. Like you have to sacrifice that which you want for that which you need, so that you can get the cash you want, and then somehow turn around, realize that you wasted 180 years of your life doing something you didn't even want, and then you look back and realize that, like, what is the, like, and then the worst part about it is that I'm starting to see the people that I once cared about, like the absolute vigor of life in these people, and then slowly turning around and seeing just how distraught and how bad things have kind of turned out. And obviously life is just this way, and obviously it's a bad thing, and it's a stark reality when you have to wake up and see how it really is. But this is just, I don't know how I even feel. I don't, like it's to this point where I'm like, I really have to do it though. I really have to do it. I think the only person besides me that I can see that's still trying, even though the insanity is there, is my brother. You know? Right now I'm here just because I'm working towards a car. I'm working not towards just a car, though. I'm working towards a dream. The fact of the matter is that I want a physical personification of the hard work that I put in for the thing that I dream of. And when I do officially get that, then that will cement to me that I am the person that will work towards whatever needs to be done to get the things in the life that they want, you know? This is just like the step one of kind of getting myself out of that little expecting somebody to save me. That's like the hardest part of this all. It's just like there's nobody. The fact that there really is nobody to come save you besides your own self, your own will to get yourself out of where you are now. And the hardest part is that now I'm full-time for the summer, right? But it's literal beginning. I can't find the time to do anything I want when I have so many people and so many things, and I'm questioning, am I really happy? Is this really worth it? Should I just stick to a Civic or a freaking Integra or just something lower? But I was like, nah. Each time I wake up and I'm just like, I don't want to do this, I realized that I was like, but there's something that I gotta fight for. For the days that I don't want to, I have to do it anyways. I feel myself shutting off my brain and like my emotions and everything, and just pushing myself to continue, hopefully stepping forward, taking just one step every day. Sacrificing the things that I want to do, my comfort, for the ounce of believing in something more. I want my life to be defined by something more. I don't want to fall into some bracket of a statistic as just another human being to somewhat want to do it but never actually figure it out, to never actually get themselves to where they actually want to be. I can envision myself sometimes in the place that I really want, the subscriber base that I want, the community that I want, the life that I want to show people. And then sometimes I realize that like I can see myself in the life that I really don't want. Like I can see the stark difference. And the truest thing is that life is very much changed. You know, the softwares and the things and the stuff that you used to enjoy are just different now. You know, it's not the same. And you don't know how exactly it's gonna turn out, but you believe that it's gonna somehow turn out the way it should, even though you look around and it's just kind of like a dead space. YouTube, for instance, where back then it used to be lively. It used to mean something, you know? But nowadays all you see is just the same replicated content and the same dreary, boring, somewhat emotionless riffraff, you know? And you're hoping that somehow it turns around, and hopefully that it somehow fixes itself, but you never know. It's funny because I've been here and I've been lost in thought for so long. Every day I just get the time and I'm just in my brain. I have hours of just in my brain thinking, talking to myself, wondering, hoping, dreaming, scheming, everything. And every time it leads me towards the same thing where there's no point in doing this at all, like this whole thing, if it's not for more. Like it's really empty when there is nothing to fight for in your life, because no matter how much money you think is gonna make you happy, it's better to ride in a Lamborghini, don't get me wrong. But the truth of the matter is that you'll have that Lamborghini and you continue having that Lamborghini, and after the third month of having the Lamborghini, it's gonna be a daily drive to you. That whole spark of like, I finally did it, my dream, is just like, yeah, I'm still in a Lamborghini, but I kind of wish I was in a Lamborghini with my boys. I wish my boy had an Audi R8, a McLaren. I wish I was, it's empty, it is lonely at the top. And that's kind of why I want to be able to fix the people's lives around me, because I can see the potential and the passion in people, but the fact of the matter is that they can't even get themselves out of where they are either. You know what I'm saying? And that it just rubs me the wrong way. I want the power to literally touch people and to change their circumstances and their lives. That is one of the greatest things I wish to achieve. And I will achieve it. By any means, I will achieve it. And I know that I will, because here I am sitting in this car talking again. But I promise you that 18 is definitely, it's just temporary. It's all temporary. 18 has been a very revealing year for me. I've had to experience and learn so many things in such a short amount of time, and it's been quite difficult at times, kind of working my way around what really is life, and like how things are just are more bleak than they seem. But that does not mean that this is what defines the period of my life. I'm not allowing myself to just sit here and just lollygag and just allow time to continue on. I'm here for a minute, I'll be here for a second, I'll get what I need here, and then I'll continue forging the path that I know that I need to. Because I see the end result. I see the finished book and the finished story if I continue to stay here and allow myself to get comfortable in this sort of life, and that's just not gonna happen. That can't happen. I need to be able to inspire. I need to be able to give people the chance to believe, to give them that spark that I've seen before in their eyes. I want to be able to change the life of my coworkers and the people that deserve it, the amazing people that have done nothing but still have to receive the backlash of society, even though they've never asked for that. So that's my declaration for right now. That's where my mind's at. I have to battle my insanity. Yes, day after day I have to fight, but it's all worth it, because when I do achieve my dream and I finally have my trophy in hand, that will have proved to anybody who ever doubted, or ever questioned, just how intangible my will is, just how different I actually am compared to the people that say they will and the people that do. Because I kid you not, when it finally comes, when it sits in the driveway, and when you finally see that mess, touch that mess, and you see the vigor and the will that I will share with the rest of the world, then you will see just how serious I am about the things that I talk about right now. It seems ridiculous, it might seem corny or ridiculous or not real, you need to grow up, but the fact of the matter is that it's those with a childlike vigor, those with the belief that they can't fail, that will actually change the world, And instead of growing up and forsaking that emotion and forsaking that drive and the equation to actually achieving the life that you want, you have to, what was I going with this? You have to somehow rewire that and go back and try to find that passion. You have to find that spark again to somehow change the predicament that you are. This is just a memo. This is just 7 saying sayadadats to a hopefully future society, hopefully a future community, and just anybody who needs that drive. This mess is real. This mess is not a joke. This isn't like, oh, fun. This is real life. And this is just the game that we play. And I determined and I chose that I'm going to decide to be a winner. I'm going to be a main character. I'm going to be a player one in this mess. And it's just what it is.